Hi. Hello, my beauties. This is Jasmine Silva, and I wanted to start this new channel for this new year. I did actually start it a couple of months ago. Sorry, my hair is like crazy and bleh, whatever. But so I started this channel a few months ago, and I wanted to do like a stripped down vlog, basically to just talk my mind. Basically a vlog to just speak my mind, and I'm just recording this on my like stupid webcam in my Mac computer. I hope that it actually looks okay. I know I look really shiny. I'm actually not that shiny, I swear. But I just wanted to have something where I can speak my mind and be a little bit more dressed down and a little bit more relaxed about life, and just talk to you guys and see if anybody wants to connect with me on a personal level, and kind of, I guess it's a vlog, and see if anybody cares and wants to connect with me, because I love connecting with people. That's what my art is about. That's what everything I do is about, is connecting with you guys and talking to you through this wonderful portal of the internet. So I wanted to do something more informal than just my music and my makeup. And since I did and it's the new year, it is, well, technically it's January 3rd right now, because it's about 4 o'clock in the morning on January 3rd, the night of the 2nd and the morning of the 3rd. Yeah. So there's a couple of interesting things going on in my life. First of all, I'm on a blog. I'm like the Miss January kind of thing on a blog. I'll put the link below. Oh my god. My hair is just like, blah. My hair gets greasy so easily. It's so gross, especially in the winter. I hate it. It's just like always a grease ball. Anyways, sorry. I should quit complaining about my fucking hair. But so this is definitely more me and more raw, and I swear a lot more than I really should, actually. Don't swear as much as I do. It's really not very good. I hope you can hear all of this. So cool, I just had to check that it was actually audible, my voice, because that would be really annoying to just see me here silent miming. Anyways, I'm kind of insane. But, so, there's a couple of cool things happening. I'm the, like, model of the month on this blog. That's kind of cool. I'll put the link below. And then I'm also working on a movie with one of my really good friends from high school. I'm going to be the art director for the movie, which is a crazy huge position, and a lot of exciting work to bring to life this wonderful story that he created. I'm so excited about it, and I'll put the link below to the website for it, and they're still doing casting calls and things like that, and still getting people together, so you guys should totally check it out. It's gonna be amazing. He is just an amazing artist, amazing photographer. He's photographed me for some of my things that I do, and he's just a fantastic artist all around, and he wrote a beautiful script, a beautiful story, and I'm just so proud of him and so excited about the whole project. It's going to be really, really exciting. So that's a summer thing. I can't really talk more about just that than other than there is a movie. I can't like tell you about the story or anything. I don't even know if I'm allowed to tell you the name. I'm not going to say the name of it just in case. I don't know. They might change the name. Like, whenever you're doing films, they, like, change all sorts of things. It's kind of crazy. But it's really exciting. I'm so excited about it. And it'll be really great times. So I'm doing so much. I'm writing a lot of music. Writing music was not my thing when I was in school. I definitely focused on the producing end of things and learning as much as I could from the production and engineering standpoint of things, and how to work all the equipment and sound sculpture and the physics behind sound. My dad is a physicist, so he does acoustic physics on a very high level of things, and he does quartz crystal resonators, which most people don't know what the heck that is, but I know entirely too much about it. But it's an interesting, very high frequency control, very difficult acoustic physics stuff, which is much more complex than the physics that most engineers know about acoustics. So it's really cool to have that background and have a person that I can ask really complex questions to that knows a tremendous amount that most people don't know. And what else? I'm writing a lot because that wasn't what I did, and I focused on, when I was younger, I focused on performing, and I did classical music, and classical music is so focused on sing it like Chopin wrote it, sing it like Mozart wrote it. There's really no room for a lot of creativity and self-expression. You have to show emotion, but there's very little room in the notes for a lot of movement. And a lot of my teachers were very like old school classical, where they didn't want you to deviate at all. And it was very different from going to Peabody to going to Berkeley. Was such a culture shock, because Berkeley's all about jazz and improv and lead sheets and all these things, and I had no idea what the heck they were. But it was an amazing experience. I don't know how I got into that tangent, but I wanted to talk today about something that's just been really interesting to me. Beyonce released an album, which I'm sure all of you know by now, and if you don't know, you live under a rock. And this blogger was writing about how she had a story. The blog is I'm Feminist Enough To. And I'll totally post the link, because she has a really cool blog. And she writes about a story when she was young, and how this girl didn't really like her for some reason, and she didn't know why. And then her mother intervened into the fight, and the girl said, I don't like her because she thinks she's cute. And it's really interesting how women, a lot of the times, have insecurities, and they let those insecurities project onto other women, and they try to tear them down. And I'm just so fundamentally against all of that, and I think that women should build each other up and not tear each other down. It's immensely sad to me when I see women doing these things. I understand that some people are just very conservative, and they just don't agree with certain outfits and things like that. But that album, not every outfit was revealing. And when it was revealing, she was talking about, like, things with her husband. Like, yeah, she talks about sex, but she's talking about, like, sex with her husband. That's what you're supposed to do. If you don't have good sex with your husband, he's probably gonna cheat on you. Like, come on, and it's Jay-Z. Like, Jay-Z has to be getting the best sex ever, because a million women throw themselves at him, and he will catch one of them eventually if he's not getting really good sex. I mean, he's like a rapper. It's like a basketball player. You know that if a basketball player is happily married and doesn't cheat on his wife, it's because his wife is, like, amazing in bed. Or he's really religious. But I think it's more likely that he's really amazing in bed. But it's really interesting to me as I become older. It's just so sad to me how women act, and I think that there's a new, like, she talks about, I don't know how to say her name, but the TED Talk with the woman, We Should All Be Feminists, that Beyonce actually put in her album. You know, it's so funny that a lot of feminists are mad at her. However, she put a feminist TED Talk in her album. So clearly, a lot of those people probably haven't actually listened to the album or know what they're talking about. They're just kind of, like, jumping on the bandwagon because somebody else said it. Because that whole thing, like, I don't understand why people think certain ways, but for me, I think that being sexually empowered is a good thing. I'm Brazilian. Brazilian culture is all about embracing your femininity and your sensuality and embracing the sensuous person that you are within, no matter what you're wearing. And, you know, when I was young, I remember even when I was totally innocent and didn't date, like, all these, I went to a Christian school, and, like, when I got my hips and a butt, like, the teachers and everybody were really harsh on me and really, like, put me down. They were scared of that sensuality that I didn't even understand myself. I wasn't trying to be that. I just had it within me, and I have learned to embrace it over time and not let people bring me down for it. However, I think that too many people try to bring each other down, and people should embrace the different parts of them. Not every person is super sensual. I'm a person that I just am sensual in normal things that I do, and I can be completely covered up and not wear makeup or very little and still be sexy. And I think that there's something to be embraced in that. And I also think that there's something to be embraced in a woman that's less feminine and is really strong and really buff. Like, I will never be buff. This is me not flexing. This is me flexing. I'll never be, like, super buff. It's just not my body type. I mean, and I work out. I just don't, I mean, I can get muscular, but I also don't prefer that for my body. But it's just, some women have the ability to just be super strong and super just vibrant, strong people, and I am more of a sensuous strength that I have to me, and everybody is different, and I think that more women should embrace the differences among each other. I really think that women can rule the world, like that other Beyonce song, but I think that women get in the way of themselves because they spend too much energy tearing each other down. And, you know, it's such a sad cliche, and you hope that a lot of women don't do that, but in daily life, most of my closer friends are guys. I really only have, I don't want to name them because I don't know if anybody, but I really only have, like, 2 close girlfriends that, like, I feel I can trust with things. And it's hard because both of them live completely far away from where I live now. And after college, we all kind of split up, and it just really sucks. And I really miss the shit out of both of them. But it's really hard to get along with girls, especially when you are a sensual woman. And I don't think that's right. I don't think it's right, because it's just not something to be mad at somebody about. It's very interesting how people don't they just, like, judge a book by its cover, and it can take you out of a lot of experiences, and you can lose out on a lot of experiences by doing that. And I wish that women didn't do that. I wish that women could not see somebody and be like, oh, she's pretty, I hate her. Oh, I hope she gets her heart broken. And it's just not good to put that type of energy into anything, because it comes to you and it goes to, like, it's just a bad, like, why spend your energy wishing negative things for somebody when you can be wishing them or wishing them nothing. Wishing them nothing would be better than wishing them harm. But why can't you wish them well and embrace the parts of you that are different? I'm at a loss for this because there's been so many times when I can see that happening in people's heads. I mostly see it whenever it's against people that I know. I don't generally see it when it's towards me, unless it's quite overt and people will say things to my face. And I just don't get it. And I would like to put out into the world that I think more women should embrace each other. Embrace Beyonce and the word. I mean, she has a lot of great lyrics in that CD. I love songs like Pretty Hurts. There is the one line in Drunken Love where Jay-Z talks about Ike Turner, and I don't really resonate with that. I like the song. However, when I actually was reading the lyrics, because I'm a very lyrical based person and I like to really dissect the lyrics, and when I was going through the lyrics, because it's difficult for me to understand a lot of the rap parts because I do not speak I don't speak Ebonics, and I don't understand half of it. I just figured out what swag meant. No, I knew what that meant for a couple years. But I just don't understand a lot of slang terminology of today. I'm a huge believer in Urban Dictionary. But I was reading the lyrics, and then I looked up the Ike Turner comment, and that it was in the movie where he beats her and talks about how she should eat her cake. And that doesn't resonate with me in a very good way, because I definitely don't agree with men beating women, and I wonder why they put that in the album. I like to give her the benefit of the doubt because she's such an independent woman and she's always stood up for women's rights and those things, but it kind of scares the shit out of me that happened. Anyways, I don't know if anybody will even watch this vlog, but it's out there. My thought is out there, and I would like to put into the universe good thoughts for women, speaking well of each other, and embracing the differences amongst each other. Embracing the women that are sensual. Embracing the women that are very intelligent and perhaps more nerdy. Embracing each other for what we are, and coming together and complementing each other with our differences instead of tearing each other down before our differences. And really that goes for men as well. Across the board, I think that more people should complement their differences instead of tearing each other down for their differences. My overall thesis of that. Thank you so much for watching, and I am so glad that you watched. Probably 3 people will watch this, but whatever. I did it, I put it out, and I'm gonna try to vlog more regularly so that I have something to put out and just do it and see what happens. Put some positivity out into the world, because that's what I'm here for. So, may your day be filled with endless beauty and wonder. My beauties, I hope you have the best day ever.